chest. I'll examine its contents, shall I? This might be worth a read. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Tell is, Vermund was once a beast-ridden kingdom.
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back anytime. Welcome.
When did I get here?
Well met, sir. Fine wares
Isn't much to go on. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one. Well met, sir.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals. If If I learn anything of import, you will be the first to know. Good evening, Arisen.
Well met, sir.
Best oil my equipment.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of...
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
I'm not sure what's best. Whatever am I to do? Welcome.
Master, idle chatter shan't do our cause any good.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Oof, my pack's grown rather heavy.
Quiet at last.
We shall await you here. Here, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
What is your business here? It is well tiring being so alone.
suggest you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? I am Sven, the son of Queen Regent Disa. Mother has been acting rather strangely of late. I thought to investigate the matter whilst she was away. I gather 'tis the same for you. I can't imagine what else would have summoned you here. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Our soldiers need better training.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper. The sooner my duties are concluded,
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you passage.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty. What? I'm unsure how best to proceed.
That's it. I've had enough. I've not trained for this. You have no right. Nodded off for a moment there.
Must needs be done.
So, you've come. Cap...
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
I mustn't let the captain see my name.
Couldn't hurt. Put my feet up a moment.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me. I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Much to do yet. Gather round, gather round. Treat your ease to a table
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I... Always a pleasure.
What a bizarre village that was.
The villagers stared at me with a bizarre intensity. Though surely I'm as plain as they come. 'Twas as though they were praising me somehow. The very memory sends chills up my spine. I shan't soon return.
Very well. I shall return.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Always a pleasure.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting? Queen Regent Deeza appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet on the eastern edge of Vermont, I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Pray, make use of the key I gave you to enter. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
I sense eyes upon us.
their swords.
We shall remain here.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
This is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
I always draw a short straw.
So, you've come.
I mustn't let it see my knees knocking.
How are we to find with such worn out gear?
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
I'm ill at ease here.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Got to focus. Head will roll if aught goes awry.
Not ruined your day by getting cut open.
Would that the man had force to draw steel.
I'll not stick my head where it can cut off.
I hasten. Were this not my duty?
With such worn out gear.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Deeza's arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen as you... Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
I'd hasten home, but it's not my duty.
Well, I suspected as much. Then...
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Ain't nothing but trouble left here. What should I do? Arms! Arms for the poor! Pray grant those less fortunate.
Where's my phone? Damn way to wind up a cadaver.
I pity those content to live in dreams.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Arms! Arms for the poor! Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. How long this job's supposed to last?
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
I'm aching.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
I don't know what to do. What should I do?
I'm aching for a fight.
Safe here. I am saved. Thank you, Arisen. I don't know what to do.
Can't stomach places like
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. That's a right shame. I'm as good as stuck here till you change your mind. So... Time to head to market, methinks.
As a matter of fact, we've traveled for some time without a mage in our party. Phantoms are upon us! Lest we summon it unwittingly. Take care not to let it possess you. It will rob you of your vitality.
cowed by the likes
Stand
of ye.
strong!
Someone's asking for a drug.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Should be. Where do you think you're going, eh?
I trust we've all inspected our equipment. Be ready. Our foes are armed. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. Should your pack grow over full, have no
Battle is best avoided here. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. We've got goblins! Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true. This is generally used as a material. Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but we've traveled for some time without a mage in our party. You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. No! The Arisen has been poisoned! Well done. battle is best avoided here.
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. Oh, glad.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. This is generally used as a material. We cannot break it from this side. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Gather round.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
You're in luck, friend. So, how about it? Would you care to live here in my absence? Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but...
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. We must rest, though the sun is still up. To this world I return, ready to... It appears night has fallen while we slept. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. I trust we've all inspected our equipment. Shall we get some rest then? We must rest, though the sun... A good sleep will ensure we are... Shall we get some rest then? A good sleep will ensure we are... Shall we get some rest then? good sleep will ensure we are...
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it. You know where to find me, should you change your mind?
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, Master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
If you see aught untoward, pray inform me.
What am I to do?
The world could use more places like this.
Gather round, gather round.
Oh, what does this say?
Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to suit.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Say, have you been to Harp? 'Tis a quaint little village down by the sea. Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide berth. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the brine again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must have driven him to madness.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you? Always a pleasure.